Alright, Phoenix here again. Welcome to Let's Play Star Wars Rogue Squadron Part 7. Looks like we've got another prologue scene. I think we're beginning another chapter of the game. It's going to show us that more abysmal text that just floats and disappears into space, or maybe it keeps going in aliens. Or we'll find it. Anyways, looks like we're playing a new game this time, the new threat. With the rescue of Wedge Antilles and Rogue Squadron at full strength, the Rebel Alliance turns its attention to a new Imperial threat, Moff Seerdon. Preparing to capture Typhira with its precious supply of healing Bacta, Seerdon is now consolidating his power for a massive attack. His success could very well break the fledgling rebellion and surely doom the galaxy to Imperial rule. Luke Skywalker and Rogue Squadron are assigned to disrupt his operations with swift hit-and-run missions against key targets such as the Imperial mining operation near Taloraan. That's right, we're going to Taloraan. It's a planet very similar to Bespin. It's almost the same as Bespin, but it's not. And to sum this up even more, there's a level in the next game, in the second game, where we're going to Bespin. It's actually going to be very similar to this. We'll see that when I do my Rogue Squadron 2 LP eventually. So let's have that text fly off into the obscurity, vast vacuum of space. Well, it'll show us heading towards the gas giant, that is, Taloraan. I wonder if they'll ever be able to build cities over Jupiter or something like that. It's possible they could build. I don't know if they'll ever be able to build cities on Jupiter in the future or not. I don't know. Because Jupiter is all just a gas planet, too, a giant gas planet. And we're using A-Wings again, the second time we're using A-Wings. Tabana gas. We're going to be dealing with Tabana gas the next game, too. You have to shoot and destroy the canisters that have the Imperial symbol on it. And you can't shoot the ones with the blue ribbons in the bottom, the blue lines at the bottom, the blue at the bottom, because those ones belong to civilians. Apparently Empire and civilians put their Tabana gas next to each other. Why? Because then you're more likely to accidentally shoot it and destroy it. So we'll do the Empire a favor. They think they're doing a favor, but really, we're better than that. We have good accuracy. It's a lot easier to use Naboo starfighters, and Naboo starfighters more accurate. But it kind of seems like, what's the point? Using Naboo starfighter. If using the A-Wing, it's a lot more challenging to do this with the A-Wing. So I'm going to be flying the A-Wing, the default craft for this mission. So the A-Wing actually is kind of fast. We do get good seeker concussion missiles, so we can go and shoot down some of those TIE fighters, those flying around TIE fighters. But again, we're pathetically weak, so we gotta be careful where we get shot. We get shot once, so we don't have an R2 unit with us again, so if we're shot, we're shot. If we're hit, we're hit. We're screwed, we're screwed. And TIE fighters don't have astromech droids in them either, so, so they're kind of at the same disadvantage as you. They don't even have shielding. At least the A-Wing has shielding. And come to think of it, I think the Jedi Starfighter may have had better shielding than the A-Wing, but we'll see more of that when we play Star Wars Jedi Starfighter eventually. So they have those, what do you call them, those consular ship things over there. This is a consular ship, then where is the ambassador? And they have those hot air balloon things that have turrets on them, and you're not supposed to destroy those either. There's nothing bad about those, so don't shoot those either. So we're heading to our next location. Good thing our compass is working this time around. And now, look at that, we got turrets. The turrets are these ones are kind of stronger than the ones we've seen before, but this time around, they could easily be destroyed if our standard laser fire. I think I have the advanced laser fire, if I remember correctly, from a power-up I picked up somewhere. And so, yeah, they still go down like wimps, because the turrets are pretty flimsy. They're made out of paper mache, or maybe not even paper mache. Maybe they're made out of a deck of cards or something like that. Who knows? I think I got all the Imperial containers on that platform. I think there's another one there, or maybe there might be some more Imperial targets around here or something like that. I don't know. Well, let's see if my compass is something. Oh yeah, there is. They're good. We got it. So now we have to head over to the next one. This is mostly just destroy the containers and fly over to the next one. Because the Empire totally has an opportunity right now to destroy our containers, the civilian containers too. For some reason, they're not going to do that. They very well have an opportunity to do that, but they can't. Why? Because the Empire is stupid. We all know the Empire is dumb. Why do they think they had so many losses against the Rebellion? It's obvious that the Empire has Mickey Mouse recruiting people for them. That's why when you play Star Wars Battlefront 2, you pretty much always lose or most of the time it's easy to lose and use the Empire, because Mickey Mouse recruits all the people for the Empire. Oi guys, this is what you get because we bought your franchise! Mickey Mouse says, we bought your franchise! I know, I can't do Mickey Mouse very well, but anyways, yeah. So Mickey Mouse pretty much runs the empire at this point. He pretty much is the emperor of the entertainment world, that Mickey Mouse. And he pretty much runs Disney, which pretty much is the empire of entertainment. A good empire, though, because Disney actually does some pretty good things to their franchises. They gave us all those great Marvel movies we all really like and enjoy. And they also have Disney Plus. They also have Disney Plus, which has Star Wars The Clone Wars on it. I watch a lot of Star Wars The Clone Wars on Disney Plus. They have a lot of other great movies on Disney Plus. I actually quite recommend Disney Plus. It's better than Netflix a lot of the time, too. My problem is Disney Plus never seems to remember where I leave off in a show. I watch Star Wars The Clone Wars, I go back to the show later, and Disney Plus can't seem to remember where I last left off in that show. It never remembers. I mean, Netflix does. I think Disney can make something like that, too. But oh no, apparently they can't. So now we got all those containers destroyed. Now I have to go and... It's supposed to be a city somewhere in the clouds around here. It's supposed to resemble Bespin from Empire Strikes Back. Oh, look, there's going to be a large swarm of TIEs coming in. Whoa, there's too many of them. Whoa. Yeah, of course they're weak. No crap, they're weak. So we have to fly through these TIE fighters, these whole barrage of TIE fighters. And if I fly behind them, too, they're blind from behind, so it's easy to get behind the TIE fighters and just murder a lot of them. Now look at that, I just murdered a lot of TIEs. I'm a TIE murderer. But the Empire isn't going to arrest me. No one's going to charge me for murdering a bunch of Imperials and TIEs. So now, where do we go next? I think I have to head over to a city or something like that next. I don't know what just happened. Oh, there's the city. So you see there it is in the background. There you can see the city they're going to be flying into in a little bit. Wait a minute. How can you crash right here? You can't really crash here. It's just a bunch of clouds. Taloraan's all this bunch of clouds. Imagine if you drop something in those clouds. Imagine if you're like on an airplane and then it just dumps its cargo load and then, falls in there. But there was people below that surface and it could, hit someone. Like people who say airplanes just released all its crap out of it and whenever. And then some kids at a barbecue, and then a piece of crap falls on the kid's food, and then he's like, Daddy, some crap fell on my food. And Dad's like, eat it anyways. There, I think that, okay, level's clear. I was supposed to go in that city and get something, but, yeah, this game's kind of buggy sometimes.
Explaining this damage to the local Moff.
You may not live to tell about it. Moff Seerdon is notoriously...
Moff Seerdon's now being set up as being like the main villain of this game. This game, we're at the main villain. It would be Moff Seerdon. Yeah, we're more than halfway into the game now, and we finally just got introduced to the main villain, Moff Seerdon. What kind of name is that, Seerdon? Sounds like you can sear something. So here's the next mission now. It's also similar to Hoffer on Fast. We have to defend those little chicken walker things, those ATT things, what they're called. They're weak as hell. We have to defend them from Imperial forces and we have to protect them from all the different hazards. It's just hazards everywhere. It's like trying to protect a baby. It just keeps crawling around. It's like Baby's Day Out when you have to only the baby is dumb in this version. If this wouldn't make any sense. Imagine Baby's Day Out or the baby was dumb. I never actually seen that movie before. I just saw Mr. Plinkett's review of it, and he says it's like Home Alone, but it's of a baby rather than a kid, and it's set in a city rather than a house. It wasn't one of John Hughes' greatest movies, and John Hughes made a lot of great films. I think he made that live-action 101 Dalmatians movie, or I could be wrong with that one, so don't quote me on that one. But that one movie is pretty good. I actually have that on VHS still. I still take out my V-Star every now and then and watch some good old classic VCR movies, VHS movies. I still have quite a lot. So now I'm just shooting at some stormtroopers there. Stormtroopers could easily destroy your speeder. You can still a snow speeder here, because we're flying over snow. And so I'm tying up this AT-AT, as you can see here. There's always AT-ATs and speeder levels. Pretty much every speeder level in this game has at least one AT-AT in it they have to take down. Because, the Empire, they like their AT-ATs. And for some reason, after you tie them down, you can just destroy them completely just by giving them a couple shots anywhere on their body. And we know Moff Seerdon is here somewhere. That's right, he's the main villain in this game. But don't worry, we'll make sure he pays a price for his wrongdoing he's done to the galaxy. He's even worse than Grand Moff Tarkin. It's not as bad as Grand Moff Tarkin. Grand Moff Tarkin's the guy who completely destroyed Alderaan, and then he's kind of a jerk to Princess Leia and to other rebels. He was very notorious. So, no, he's nothing like that. And of course, a shield generator. And you know what that means when you see a shield generator in this game? You pretty much have to destroy it. That's right, you pretty much destroy a shield generator. But the good thing is, shield generators are pretty weak. You just shoot them a couple times with your laser blasters. Like even a petty little speeder, the laser blast Sonic could destroy it easy. Look at that, just destroyed it, and now that entire shield is gone. So now I can destroy, because they have to destroy that place as part of the and again, I'm gonna shoot anywhere, and the place will magically blow up by itself, like it's something out of some cryptic fairy tale or something like that. And again, Star Wars very well is a fairy tale in a lot of ways. Star Wars very well could begin with once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away, there was a farm boy named Luke Skywalker, got a hold of so many spacecrafts, and he used them to fight this evil empire, and when he had help from his friend named Augie Ben Doggy, and he also got help from Augie Ben Doggy's Master Yogurt, and he also had that ham salad, and he had to rescue Princess Android at one point, and anyway, now I'm describing Hardware Wars. Hardware Wars is pretty funny, but you'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll kiss $3 goodbye. That's Hardware Wars for you. And then there's also Spider-Plant Man. Rowan Atkinson plays a parody of Spider-Man in some comedy flick on BBC that parodied the 2002 Spider-Man. I'm surprised that more people don't parody the 2002 Spider-Man movie as much. It's just as good as Star Wars. You'd think it could, parody, Star Wars, like a Star Wars parody. Although Star Wars actually isn't the most parodied franchises ever. That's why in all my writings, I don't parody Star Wars very much, or at least not the original trilogy as much, because the original trilogy I find is done to death, and people won't make fun of the prequels as much, or Clone Wars, or other stuff, so I think I could. Well, I could make fun of the prequels more, but I try not to make fun of the original trilogy as much, because everyone does it. So there's some TIE Bombers. TIE Bombers are completely lethal. To them, I always build up a big sweat. I sweat buckets, and my forehead feels like I just dumped a barrel of water upon it, because I all get because of how intimidating this actually is one of the most intimidating levels in the game. Oh crap, hear that? Those are bombers. They're gonna bomb us. I hope they missed. I think they did. If they did hit, it would have been game over. Okay, good. They didn't hit. My lasers don't go very far. If only I had long-range blaster fire. I'm pretty sure the Jedi Starfighter in Star Wars Jedi Starfighter has more, blaster fire. Okay, they're good. We got them down. Oh, now there's more. Just as we get rid of them, there are more. They're like cockroaches. They're impossible to get rid of. Once you get rid of a few of them, more always show up at a later point in time. Or, yeah, there they are. See, look right there. Look, we just got to pick off those little buggers and then. You think they could have mixed up their force? They could have instead of just sending speeders into battle, you think they could have sent Y-wings or X-wings or Space Star fighter craft into this battle too? But oh no, it's always the speeder. It always has to be the speeder. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. It's always the speeder. Whenever they go do speeder battles, that is, you could mix it up. It wouldn't hurt to mix it up. They did kind of do that in the Battle of Hoth. In the next game, what's it called? Oh yeah, Rogue Squadron 2, Rogue Lear, yeah, the next game, the Battle of Hoth. That game's gonna be a lot of fun. I actually am interested in LPing that game. However, I don't have a ROM of that game. My own GameCube's too hard to emulate. There's no PC version, so I'll have to play it on my GameCube system, but I'm sure all of you guys are probably gonna be okay with me playing it straight from my actual GameCube. I still have my GameCube that I got back in the Christmas of 2003. And I still let you play it every now and then. I still have Rogue Squadron 3 was one of the first games I got. I also got it with Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which was a port of the Sega Dreamcast game Sonic Adventure. But I never had Sonic Adventure DX on GameCube. But I did have the original Sonic Adventure on the Sega Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast is a really good underrated system, I think. There actually was I actually did want Rayman 2 on Dreamcast, but it costs way too much. It costs an arm and a leg for Rayman 2 on Dreamcast. And what also costs a lot on Dreamcast is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. The N64 version's a lot cheaper. So we did what we had to do on Fest. We got a silver medal. We got rid of the Empire there, and yeah, mission complete. It's Ray Phoenix signing out.